Welcome to the Neurodiverse Social Club, where we turn labels that limit into launch pads that liberate. I'm your host, Candace Payne. This isn't your average neurotypical podcast. It's your clubhouse. And when we gather, we don't isolate or self-deprecate. Nope, we celebrate our unique strengths and share stories that inspire. Welcome to the bright side of your diagnosis. Welcome to the club, the Neurodiverse Social Club. Welcome indeed to your digital clubhouse, to the brighter side of your neurodiversity. Now, if you're joining us here, that probably means you're already familiar with the Neurodiverse Social Club online. Let me just tell you, this is going to be such a wonderful place for us to have our clubhouse meetings. We're going to come together, and this is not like your normal podcast. There's a couple of things that I notice are familiar and common amongst most podcasts. They either educate, especially when you're speaking about neurodiversity or neurocomplexities. And I just want to be very clear. I am not going to be somebody that is going to feel as an educator to you when you listen in. I'm neither going to try to feel as though I have any authority to do so. I discovered my own neurodiversity late in life, and I'm still figuring it out. But I will promise we will bring in people that are remarkable, and they are so knowledgeable, and they will give you all of the yummy oohs and ahs that make you feel hyper fixated on the ins and outs of everything you're wanting to know. But just know this, that's not the aim of this podcast. It's not just here to educate you. Neither is it here to just entertain you. I love creativity, and we will utilize creativity in what we do here on the podcast to make you feel as though I love that we're addressing it from this angle. It's creative, it's smart, it's comedy. But if all we did in this time was entertain, I also know there's a danger that could happen where you would disassociate from the content and from the value that's being added by bringing in community with like minds. I don't want you to disassociate when you come to our clubhouse meetings and listen into the podcast. I want you to feel included. I want you to feel as though your voice matters and that you are truly seen, because I also know what it feels like to be otherwise. So welcome to the club, but more importantly, welcome to the clubhouse. As you can tell, we've got some things to go over in our very first meeting. And the first thing is this: the NDSC officially has a hotline. That's right, we have a telephone number for you to call in and share whatever is on your mind that you would like to discuss in this upcoming season. The number for anybody listening right now, go ahead and jot it down, is 469-530-0820. And once again, I'll say it real slow and really clear in case you were nowhere near a pen. And if you're happening to watch the visual replay, go ahead and screenshot it so you can have it in that random pile of screenshots that you never look at. We can hope, can't we? We can hope. Here's the number again, 469-530-0820. And the NDSC official hotline is now open. You can call and leave a voicemail. And by calling, this is just a disclaimer, you're giving me permission to use your voice recording on possible future episodes of the Neurodiverse Social Club podcast. I'm excited to see what you bring to the conversation as you call in. Once again, 469-530-0820. And I cannot wait to hear from you. That's going to help us shape the future of what we're going to do in this upcoming season that launches in the spring of 2025. We will be taking some of these topics and bringing them into each clubhouse meeting. If you're not already following online for all of our socials, we also have our own website. It's neurodiversesocial.club. Once again, neurodiversesocial.club. And you go to that website, and you're able to find all of the links for everything that you'll need, including the podcast, which are these clubhouse meetings. And I just want to go ahead and put this out there. The best thing to do is wherever you listen to podcasts, go ahead and subscribe to this one and make sure your notifications are on so that you know when we are uploading new episodes. We've got some fun surprises ahead, some things in store that you're going to want to make sure that you're listening to. And as we look towards this future together, we're going to get to know each other well. And I'm going to be able to share a little bit more of my story with my own journey of neurodiversity and how much the change in my mental health has impacted my entire well-being. My entire well-being. Now, before I say goodbye, I do want to share just a little bit of why this is so important to me and why I think it should be important to you as well. Thanks for joining me for our first official Clubhouse meeting. I cannot wait to build this from the ground up with you. We are only just getting started. With my late in life diagnosis of ADHD, I got to be honest with you. Pieces started to come together that were making sense. I could finally understand why I thought the way that I thought and why I was different and why I had even struggled in certain areas of my life without being able to feel as though I could change and move forward or do differently. But there was still one big missing piece of the puzzle. Where was the bright side of my diagnosis? Where was my community of people that were not just self-deprecating, but appreciating the diverse power within their mind? That's why I created the Neurodiverse Social Club, but I've also been working behind the scenes to put together more puzzle pieces and bring you something quite remarkable. Stay tuned, follow along. It's coming soon.